Dr. Kim Anderson, our crop marketing specialist, joins us now. Kim, I think the question on everyone's mind and where everyone's attention is going this week is the Russia and Ukraine situation and the possible impact on crop prices. Talk about that.
Well, in reality, nobody knows what the long-term impact is going to be. The initial impact was higher prices. Ukraine's a major exporter of wheat and corn. Russia's a major exporter of wheat. And if something happens to the production area or the export area, and the export facilities are in this area that this conflict is in, then it could have the impact of significantly higher prices because it'll take product off the market. On the other hand, if things settle down, shipments continue as expected, then I think prices will remain high. However, you've got the China-Taiwan situation also, and if something happens in that, and between the Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, if we have disruptions in the commerce and trade, if it impacts the economic conditions worldwide, then there's a possibility of significantly lower prices.
Should this situation impact production decisions that Oklahoma producers are making?
Well, I don't think that the Russia-Ukraine situation, whatever happens there, should be taken into consideration in these decisions. My rule of thumb is in volatile situations, just stand aside. However, in the case of producers, they have to utilize their land, labor, capital, and management. I think they should take into consideration the drought situation. They should look at wheat crop conditions. Do they want to turn that wheat under and go with a summer crop? I think they need to look at the price relationships as they select their summer crops and the crops they're going to produce in the fall. And they've got to look at impact of the input cost, because we have fertilizer coming out of Russia. We have things coming out of that area of the world that we need to use in producing our commodities here in Oklahoma. So yes, you got to take that in consideration, but what's going on in volatile times, just do what you do best.
Let's talk about the market and what it's offering right now for Oklahoma crops.
Well, this market is moving rapidly right now. Wheat in Medford can be forward contracted for harvest delivery for $8.60. In Snyder, it's $8.45, and in Perryton, Texas, or the Oklahoma Panhandle, it's $8.50. Corn for harvest delivery is $5.80 in Medford, $6.50 in Snyder, and $6.45 in Perryton. Sorghum, and I've been talking to producers that are wanting to go to sorghum this year. Now, the China situation with sorghum could come into play, but right now sorghum can be forward contracted for $5.70, Snyder $5.65, Perryton $5.90. Soybeans $14 in Medford, $14 in Snyder, and $13.60 in Perryton. Canola, the state average is around $14.25, and cotton is right at $1 a pound for the harvest delivered cotton.
A lot to think about when you look at the whole picture. What advice do you have for Oklahoma producers?
Remember, you cannot predict prices, at least not accurately enough to, I think, make a profit from trading the prices. In volatile situations, stand aside. In most producer situations, they cannot stand aside. They've got to make a decision. So get the best numbers you can get, crunch them tight, get those budgets made up with the best information you can get your hands on. Put probabilities on your answers and the variability, income variability around those budget estimates, and then do what you do best and make the decisions that's going to let you sleep at night.
Okay, great advice. Kim, thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.